Hi ghosties, this is my ghostie. This will be a very, I'm not going to say inspirational topic, because what I'm going to say is going to be very honest and very negative, but reality is negative from my point of view. Many people can have their own opinions on this topic. I'm not saying that I'm completely right. I'm saying it from my own experience, and I'm super negative about it. So these are screenshots, by the way, because every time I'm in game, my camera cuts off without any flipping animation in the background, so that makes me off, so I'd rather just make screenshots. But let's jump right into the topic. So this story about the fairy and her romantic attachment to a human boy or a male, then it's like, okay, it started off like typical. She's gonna fall in love with him and he can't fall in love with her because he can't see her, blah 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 blah. Turns out I was right. And it's typical. And the flipping thing that got me so riled up is when I reached the wings. The wings story annoyed the hell out of me. So she ended up like cutting off her own wings, placed them on the guy's pillow just for him to pick them up. Somehow he could see the wings but he still can't see her. Like, okay, right. That makes so much sense. It doesn't. I'm being sarcastic. So he could see and feel the wings. He ends up turning them into earrings. I think. I kind of forgot the story on that point. But it got me off guard that she ended up cutting off something that was part of her just for him to smile and to notice that she's there. Oh man, I'm raging again. So, as feminism quote, I don't agree with feminism, and I am not a feminist. I just don't completely agree with them and their choices. But overall, I do completely agree with this quote. Women have more meaning to life, and so does guys. But for females and for both females and males, you don't need to like get this happiness from another human being. You could get happiness from yourself and from your talent, from anything you find interesting about yourself. I would like to say, if you have talent, put all your attention onto that talent. Improve yourself. Make some skills. Do whatever you think is necessary just to make yourself satisfied with your own, I'm just gonna say feel satisfied with your own satisfaction, but that doesn't make any sense. I'm so bad with like inspirational speeches, and this is why I don't talk. This is such a struggle. But yeah, just feel satisfied with what you have and what skill you have as well. Because it's just like, it's no point in trying to make somebody else is happy. But you know what people seem to be blind about is that every time you make someone happy just for that, for that week, for that month, for that year, that attachment, that satisfaction, that emotion would die down on the other person. Either on you or the other person. You will not feel satisfied in trying to make it work again. It's just reality, loves. It's definitely reality. You can't seem to control your emotions, and if you do, then can you really control your boredom? Can you really control your unsatisfaction? Can you control these emotions? Because they seem to switch off once you spend so much time with your partner, with your loved one, Family and friends don't count because you literally don't spend a lot of time with them. But relationship-wise, it's a bit different because relationship is based on love, trust, and a lot of secrets, bonding. And once you've bonded with everything with that person and, something doesn't change, then you get that boredom, you get that unsatisfaction. It happens to anyone and everyone. Even if you're trying to deny it, it possibly happened in your past, it possibly is going to happen in the future. I am not saying it's a guaranteed thing, but I'm saying it's a possibility that it will happen. Now, I'm a person that doesn't believe in happiness, happy endings, true love, because it all dies. Like, I've experienced, this is from my point of view, and this is from everyone's. Again, everyone has their opinions about love and this sort of topic. I'm not saying I'm completely right, I'm just saying what's in my experience. In the past, I've definitely been cheated on. I had this obsessive relationship, and so forth, a guy ended up like getting bored with me and stuff like that. I'm a person that's very quiet, that doesn't have any interesting things to talk about other than just art and love Nikki, because that's just me. And if something goes on with the like family and stuff, I would literally give advice and, you know, try and just make sure that people is happy. Now that's my friendship though, that's my friendship side. My relationship side, I don't know. I don't think I have anything to say about relationships. I have been with so many because I seemed to be like a thirsty teenager back then. But now I just don't feel any like satisfaction in trying to be in a relationship. Every time I try to think about, you know what, I should try to be with someone again. But every time I think about that, it's like, why should I bother? All I get from it is sadness and heartbreaks. Why should I put myself in that flipping position again and again and again? Like the quote says, you would end up being in so many relationships and you end up getting hurt by them all until that special someone comes along. And I don't believe that one bit, because I don't believe in happiness, I don't believe in happy endings, I don't believe in like relationships and true love. Something will go off and something will just happen in the background, and this person might put a perfect flipping picture in your head by being together forever, and turns out that they end up going behind your back and sleeping with somebody else. This goes for two genders. I believe there's only two genders because I don't care about any other. There's two genders, females and males. I'm speaking for both sides. I am not speaking from female sides because guys do tend to have emotions too, but they intend to like lock them up on the inside. I do understand from your point that you lock your emotions, but sometimes you need to share them with the person that you're dating so that they could get an understanding from how you feel. I know it seems like to be a very sissy move because you don't believe like sharing your emotions is going to be making you strong. It makes you more strong other than just locking them on the inside. It makes you a proud person. And if you're in love with this, you know, woman or man, it just depends on your sexuality, then share with them. And if you don't share and you keep avoiding it, this person will not feel happy, and this person will end up breaking up with you because you're kind of like hiding something from them. Love and relationships could be based on trust. It is. And if you don't share anything and you keep every single secret inside, it will cause paranoia and pain towards that person. And the last thing that we need is paranoia, because paranoia is a beach to deal with. No matter if the person is literally hiding something from you, the first thought that pops in your head is that they're jumping into somebody else's bed. Don't say it doesn't happen to you. It happens to everyone. This person, you know, this thought in your head, this whiny, nagging thought, be like, what if he's cheating? What if she's jumping in bed with her best friend? Everything doesn't come out as great. It's always in your head. And what this fairy did, just to get satisfaction or just to get this guy to notice her, is to cut off her own wings just to make him happy. Don't be like this bitch over here. She is completely wrong. And I know it's just a story on Love Nikki, but sometimes people can be like that. People always fight to protect their relationship with someone that they truly deeply love. But sometimes relationships can't be saved, and that you need to pull that plug just to end the relationship. Otherwise, if you end up trying to make it work and nothing actually comes out great, it's either you or that other person that you're dating is going to get hurt. Because love does turn into hate, and hate turns into love. It's physical, okay? It turns physical, and it scares us all. And if you're that person that doesn't let go, then it's at some point you will become very obsessive, very paranoid, and doubtful that you will hurt this person physically. So just to save your soul and to save that person's soul, just face the fact that it's not working out. You don't feel any attachment or any satisfaction with each other, just end it. I know that's not very inspirational to say such things as that, but sometimes I just want to make things better for you and make things better for that person. I don't know who you are and I don't know who this person is, but sometimes I just think no one deserves to die. Like I end up thinking like, oh my god, if this person carries on, somebody's gonna flipping kill somebody at the end of the day. I'm that person that looks into like so much like crime and investigation, and I enjoy it. And my favorite series, it has to be Fatal Vows. Fatal Vows is based on marriages, and if the wife is mostly like wives killing their husbands because their husbands don't show them satisfaction, then that could possibly happen to anyone. If the husband's making you happy and if your wife's making you happy, then something like that will happen, that you would end up killing that person that you once loved. And this speech, this thing here, I know she's a beautiful thing to look at, but sometimes her story is kind of like, it annoys me. It completely annoyed me. And let's just jump to the fact that it's impossible just to make a human being happy when you're just an orb, you know? Because humans have disgusting needs. Like, I'm not gonna jump to that, but they do have needs. And if something this small, you can't really satisfy them. And you can't really get offended by that because you're human too that's watching me right now. You're not a fairy. And plus, fairies don't even exist just to even watch these videos and be like, oh, I'm so offended. But from human to human, I flipping hate being called a human because I hate humans. Like, I would literally just point that topic onto a different, like, video because I want to just talk about my hatred to humanity. But overall, I don't think I hate everyone because everybody has their unique personality. But recently, this day and age, everyone is the same to me, and I only point out some few people. You know, I'm just gonna make a different video about that when it's needed. But this is based on relationships and love and bleh, all mushy stuff. But I don't want anyone to turn out like this person. My most favorite body part on my body has to be my right hand because I love drawing and being creative. Everything like that. My art is definitely my satisfaction, my life, my happiness. And if I have to cut off my right hand just to make this guy feel satisfied, no. I end up gonna leave the douchebag and feel satisfied on my own. Yeah, I don't like the person I am to this day and age, but sometimes I get so much happiness from my pieces, from my, finished results on my art. It makes me super happy, and I do jump around when I see my improvements, because I have improved a lot throughout my teens to my adult. It's the best feeling ever. And that feeling can't even come from a different person. It has to come from myself, and I'm happy with what I have. And if you are based around relationships and that you have to make a guy happy just for you to feel satisfied, then honey, I don't know what your logic is. I don't completely agree with you at any point. And if you think your life should be about, I want to make my husband happy, I want to make my boyfriend happy, I want to make my girlfriend and wife happy, just to make myself satisfied. No, that's not how it's not how it works. You should feel satisfied for something that you find interesting, that you find is, anything that you think is best for you, not best for them, for you to feel happy, for them to be happy with you. It's not how it works. You should feel happy with what you have. You should feel happy that you have a family, happy that you have friends, happy that you have a life outside the flipping house. You should feel happy on that point. You shouldn't be happy for like, oh my god, I got a girlfriend and boyfriend, I'm so psyched, I'm gonna make them so happy to be with me. No. Yeah, you could literally make it work. But just don't base your happiness on that one thing. You have multiple things just to make you feel satisfied and happy with. Just keep in note that both genders could literally make each other happy, but at some point you can make yourself more happy and satisfied with life. Coming from a loner that's been alone for so many years, I mean, I don't have any friends in reality, but I only have my family. But sometimes I sit in my room alone, blast some music in my headphones and draw, and I get so much happiness from that. So take that from a lonely ass human being from your life. I think many of my subscribers literally have the life I want to have. You have friends possibly in your real life, you're married, you have a family of your own, you have literally everything that I wish to have. But don't base your happiness on a piece of meat that will die at the end of the day, because everyone will die. There's no such thing as immortality. You would die, they would die, but generations move on. Your family will turn into a massive family tree, So there's some flipping positivity coming out from this. So if I have been too mean, I'm sorry, but I have to end this video. Have a nice life.